Lucie.
Hello, hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How are you enjoying Dutch Comic Con?
Oh, it's great. Oh my God, people are so nice, and I've had so many stroop waffles, and it's great.
I read that you are a comedian, an actress, and a writer. Is it in that order?
Oh, interesting. Sometimes, depending on the day. But yeah, that's an actual answer, depending on the day.
Okay,
so
depending on the day.
if I have like a comedy show, then I'm a comedian first, and if I'm working on, you know, a writing project, I'm a writer first, and so yeah.
I also read that you like David Hasselhoff.
Oh yeah.
Is that because you have German origins?
Yes. See, to have a German passport, you have to be a David Hasselhoff fan. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that.
That's a rule, actually.
Okay.
No, I was a David Hasselhoff fan when I was a little kid, and I wanted to hang up a poster of David Hasselhoff in my room, and my mom didn't want me to, and then I swore that I would love David Hasselhoff forever just to piss my mother off.
Okay.
And so that's what that's all about.
Do you also have some of his music?
Actually, when I was 6 years old, I went to a concert of his in Hamburg, Germany. So, yeah, I don't have the music anymore, but I was a fan back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was curious about. I always find it interesting to have David Hasselhoff as a singer because I'm mainly know him as an actor.
Yeah,
so.
it's wild.
Yeah,
Most people, that's a German thing, you know.
Yeah.
Germans love David Hasselhoff, the singer. So.
Yeah, you have done a lot of things. There was one thing, maybe a small thing that stood out for me personally, because you did an episode of Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
So, you want to grab a drink first, or you want to go somewhere quiet and discuss relativity? For an extra $10, I'll do both, general and special.
No, that's not why I'm here.
You into electrons? Is that what pings your microwave? You want to watch me do the double slit test and experience the probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics?
Yeah, that's not a small thing for me. That was one of my favorite things that I ever worked on. I had the lead in the biggest female guest lead of that whole season, actually, and it was an amazing project, amazing character. I did not know Red Dwarf before I got the part because it wasn't that big in the States, I guess, not as big as in Europe and the UK. And that was really fun. That was amazing. Did you watch the episode?
That's one of the series I haven't seen yet.
What?
I
it's
still
really
need to
good.
get it. I'm a big Red Dwarf fan, but I don't have all the series yet.
Yeah,
so
that one's really good.
If we go back to the three things I mentioned, is there one you like best?
No, because they're very different, and I think what I like best is that I have so much variety in my day-to-day life and in my job. So no, I can't say that I like one best.
You have a lot of family that is in acting, so was it naturally for you that you would also go that way?
Yeah, it kind of was, because I grew up in that world, so I couldn't really imagine doing anything else. And so, yeah, it was pretty natural for me. I still had to find my own path, of course, and you know, sort of, you have to build your own experiences and all of that. But yeah, it was pretty natural for me. Yeah.
And the comedy shows that you did, how did that? How did you decide to go that way?
Well, a lot of tragedy, and then you make comedy. No, I actually was always made people laugh, and I kind of took that for granted. And then I started writing my own material, and people responded laughing.
I'm like a foul-mouthed truck driver stuck in a little girl's body. I lie, I'm a slob, I need constant attention, I cheat people. So basically, I was made for Hollywood, right?
And so I was like, oh, okay, I make people laugh. So I kept going with it.
Yeah, because your first show had a title that would raise some eyebrows maybe, or at least get everybody attention. Hi Hitler.
Yeah, it was called Hi Hitler. Yep, not Heil. Hi, hello.
I always thought they said hi Hitler. You know, hi. Like hello. I would also rehearse sounding more American. Do I want to thank for the pizza, chicken McNugget, Coca-Cola? Everything about me was different again.
I'm a German Jew, and when I was a kid growing up with post-war parents, I'm sure being European, you know what I mean, They would talk about the Second World War a lot, and my parents are, you know, intellectuals and writers and stuff, so they would have arguments with their friends, and it was around.
Yeah.
And so I thought that people were saying "Hi, Hitler" whenever they talked about it, and not "Heil" because I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I thought he was a really funny character with the little mustache and the way he talked, and so I didn't get it. I didn't know he was this evil thing, and so I wrote the show, and then through that, the show was about being sort of a fish out of water and never really fitting in. And I kind of realized through writing that show that it's like a generational thing. It comes from the displacement of my Jewish side of the family, and so that's why that title kind of tied everything together, the comedy, but also kind of the deeper thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
At a certain point, you also do voice acting in video games.
Yep.
We are compassion.
Is that something that came naturally, or was that something that you found interesting to do?
Yeah, I mean, I was always into voice acting. I started out dubbing Khloe Kardashian for German TV.
Ah, okay.
Where you're like, oh mein Gott, Kim, was ist mit deinem Arsch los? Lass uns ein Selfie machen. So that was kind of the Khloe Kardashian thing. And then I did some cartoons in German. And then, yeah, I always had a lot of fun doing voiceover. It's a really fun job because you get to play characters that you wouldn't get to play on screen normally. And yeah, it's a totally different art form. It's very fun and very interesting, yeah.
My ultimate is charging. My ultimate is almost ready. My ultimate is ready. I am ready to resurrect you. Heroes never die.
How do you prepare for a role?
Like any role, I mean, with voice acting, you know, you make sure that your voice is okay, and then you kind of just make choices based on the information you have about the character and what your imagination kind of activates in you and stuff like that.
It's a lot of fun, I guess.
It is, yeah. It definitely is a lot of fun. It's very interesting. It's, you know, video game voice acting is its own thing, and there's certain things that you need to kind of hit and know how to do for video games that is different than for animation or, you know, for other type of voice acting. So I always am, like I said, I love the variety of my job, and so I'm grateful that I'm getting to learn all these different types of acting and storytelling or, you know, entertainment, which is really great. I just had a girl come to my table who's blind, and she was talking about how important the voices are for her in the game, and how much they, you know, give to her and give her joy and take her out of her, you know, real life. And her mother was there, and I realized sometimes we take it for granted, but, you know, it's a different type of acting that touches people in a different way.
Yeah,
you know?
Okay, that's nice to hear. And then,
yeah,
I mean, when you hear such a tale, is that something that you have in mind when you were recording the voices?
Now that I've done so many Comic-Cons and met so many people, I do think about it now when I go into the sessions, because I'm more aware of how meaningful it is to a lot of people. Yeah. Because a lot of times I think especially video games are kind of, you know, people treat it a little bit like all video games, you know. But there's so many people that it means a lot to, and so now that I know that through having met them, I am aware of that when I record it. Yeah.
You are here with another voice actress from the game Overwatch, in which you play a role in there, Carolina Ravassa.
Yep, nice pronunciation.
You met at the Overwatch recordings?
No, we don't record together. None of the actors on Overwatch record together. You always record alone. We met before the game, or when the game had just come out. We met because we knew that we were on this cast together, and so we had coffee, and that's how we met.
When you are asked for a video game or for a voice acting thing, is there something that you like to see back in a character, or that means something to you?
No, I'm not judgmental when it comes to the characters. I am very happy to see get to play any sort of character. So, you know, it's very thrilling to get something very unexpected. You know, I never
Yeah.
would have expected to play an angel, healer, or scientist woman from Switzerland, you know, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that's really fun.
There's a game coming up, I believe, Gotham Knights. What kind of character you play?
Oh, I'm not allowed to say,
You're not allowed to
but
say.
it's
Aw.
fun, and it's not one of the main characters, but it's a fun one, and I think the game's going to be pretty amazing. Yeah.
Have you seen the game before you do the voices?
No, like parts of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they already put out a teaser as well, so you can see that online.
With your voice in it?
And no, I don't think so. I'm not one of the main characters
okay.
in it. Yeah.
Well, it was very lovely to chat with you.
Great
Thank
to
you
chat
for
with you.
taking the time out of your busy
Thank
schedule.
you, thank
because
you. Thank
I
you
heard
for
there are
having me.
long lines waiting for you.
There's some people waiting for me. Yeah, I felt bad for them because they've been waiting, but it's okay.
Well,
This was short.
Thank you very much.
Worth it.
And,
Thank you
and,
so
and
much.
enjoy the convention.
Thank you. Dankjewel.